Hello, welcome to MBAchievers group presentation for Management Information Systems Class 705. Our team will discuss Republic Services, which is a waste management company based in the southwest part of the United States with locations throughout the country. We will focus in particular on the accounts payable system used by Republic Services called Ariba. I'm Gina Willis, and as I review today's presentation topics, I'd also like to introduce you to Team MBAchievers. First, we have Melissa White, who will provide us with a company overview for Republic Services. Then, I will review the accounts payable business process, focusing on the Ariba system. Next, Alex Woldemichael will discuss the impact information systems have on the business processes at Republic Services. Then David Zur will provide us with an analysis of the Republic Services value chain. Miranda Wary will present how information systems support the business process at Republic Services. And finally, Todd Zelensky will provide us with lessons learned and future recommendations. So now, Melissa White with the company overview for Republic Services.
Thanks, Gina. Republic Services Company Overview. Republic Services is a non-hazardous waste and recycling service with its corporate office based in Phoenix, Arizona. Formed in the 1990s through some strategic mergers and partnerships, and in 1998, it became a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange with the ticker RSG. Republic Services operates in 42 states, employs approximately 36,000 employees, and in 2019 had $10 billion in revenue. Their three main business divisions are residential, commercial, and industrial. Residential, everyone probably is familiar with, are the trucks that roll around and pick up garbage from your street sides. Commercial goes to strip malls and grabs those bigger containers. And then industrial is even bigger. As a matter of fact, that's an industrial truck right behind me. The main services that these divisions provide are hauling, recycling, landfill, and transfer station operations. Republic Services mission statement. We are dedicated to doing our part to preserve the environment by creating a cleaner, safer, and healthier world where people thrive, not just for today, but for generations to come. And with that, we're going to go to a video that shows how recycling works.
Republic Services recycling process. So Republic Services will go around and pick up recycled trash that's been segregated from regular trash. Those trash cans will contain things like paper, cardboard, aluminum cans, tin cans, and glass, and plastic. And this will go through a sorter, and people will sort the different commodities, all those different aluminum, tin, that is all a different commodity, and it gets sorted. Paper and cardboard will actually get baled into bundles. And these bundles will be sold just like the aluminum will be sold and the tin will be sold, and that is also based on a market rate. And that is how the recycling process works.
So I'm back. Now we're going to talk about the garbage that doesn't go to recycling, so it's not the recycled material. So hauling divisions will pick up solid waste. Solid waste is anything that's obviously not recyclable, which is tin and aluminum and cardboard and paper. The hauling divisions will dispose at landfills, transfer stations, and recycling facilities. Recycling facilities we've already went over. They can be owned by Republic Services or third parties, and these are our upstream suppliers for the hauling division. Differences between transfer stations and landfills. Landfills are engineered structures to protect the environment. They can be built on top of the ground or below ground. Trash is buried, and it takes years for it to decompose because there's no air Transfer stations, on the other hand, are industrial facilities that charge people by the pound to dump waste. And it can be mixed material, garbage, recycled material. So what they do at a transfer station is they'll sort the garbage into hazardous waste, regular garbage, and recycling. And from there, they will transport all the garbage to a landfill, recycling center, hazardous waste facility, or waste to energy plant.
So let's talk a little bit about the accounts payable business process at Republic Services. The system that Republic Services uses for its accounts payable process is called Ariba. And Ariba is a transactional processing system, or TPS, that's used to create purchase orders and where item receipts and invoices are entered and housed. Purchase orders are created by accounts payable personnel and go through a specific approval process that Ariba routes electronically to the appropriate managers. For example, all POs require approval by the division controller, and then depending on the amount, Ariba will also send approval requests out for any necessary additional corporate approval. All purchase orders have a designated Republic Services receiver to receive in the items or services. And then once Republic Services employee obtains an invoice from the vendor, he or she will scan it and email the invoice to a third-party service located in India to enter the invoice into the system. This separation of duties is one of the controls in place for compliance with Sarbanes-Oxley. If the receipt and the invoice match, Ariba then routes the invoice to the assistant controller for approval for payment, and then it sends the payment request to the corporate office to issue payment to the vendor. In addition to supporting the AP process, Ariba also is used for other business processes, such as automatic monthly reports of accrued expenses, as well as exception reports, like after-the-fact purchase orders, invoices without receipts, and receipts with no invoices. These reports are sent out to all divisions within Republic Services so that all relevant parties can make informed decisions.
Hi everybody, my name is Almayo Michael. I'm one of the group members. So today my contribution will take 3 to 4 minutes on focal business process and information system. So let me just go ahead and quick present. So as you see on the screen, focal business process and supporting information system. So how technology supports the account payable, which is obvious. Technology has a big part for every company to keep a company to a competitive advantage and a long-term staying in the market. So in the case of Republic Service, there is a technology called Ariba. Ariba is a transactional processing system that process account payable, which supports the operation of Republic at Republic Service. So the third one, how the technology impacts Republic Service and business process. So Ariba has both positive and a negative impact. So the positive side, Ariba allows for a greater control over order processing and approvals. So in the other hand, on the other flip side, Ariba feeds into the Republic main ERP system, enterprise resourcing planning. So this system, which is sometimes called Lawson is where checks are cut after Ariba transmits all the invoice data. So the way the process, Lawson and Ariba, a little bit overlapping. So the issue is that there are two systems to manage and pull data from, which is time consuming and inefficiency and costly as well. That's it for today.
And I'm a member of Team MBAchievers. This is my contribution, which is a overview of the value chain analysis of Republic Services. The value chain has 5 primary activities, which are inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, and customer service. These activities are supported by infrastructure, human resources, technology development, and procurement of supplies and materials. It all starts with a bag of trash. Customers want it picked up. Republic Services gets them into a contract for trash pickup. The next step is inbound logistics. The contracts have already been put into Ariba. Now garbage trucks, personnel to operate the trucks, and schedules must all be procured and put into place. Operations, they pick up customers' trash. Residential customers typically have an assigned day of the week, so they know when to put their cans on the side of the road. Outbound logistics, once the trash has been collected, is usually sent either to a landfill or to a recycling center. Because trash pickup is a regular service, the amount of waste is consistent and predictable, and the contracts for delivering this trash are already also in Ariba. The final step in the value chain is customer service. Republic Services has this saying of execution equals opportunity. This means that, once they have done and fulfilled their services, they often follow up with their customers with a system called InfoPro to poll customers on how satisfied they are. Is there anything they can do to improve their services? By doing this, they make sure that they are giving value to their customers, and they use this as a springboard to expand their services into other areas. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Miranda Weary, and I will be covering how information systems can be of service to our company, Republic Services. I would first like to note that information systems can be very beneficial to any company. Information systems benefit companies by making adequate use of their data, by reducing their company's workload, as well as assisting in abiding with compliance rules. The information system that we will be looking at more specifically, Ariba, helps Republic Services reach their common goals every day. Republic Services has a very strenuous goal that through their subsidiaries, Republic's collection operations, transfer solutions, recycling processing centers, landfills, and even environmental services provide effective solutions to make responsible recycling and waste disposal effortless for all customers. The innovative program Ariba helps them reach this goal by allowing control over processing and approvals, alerting them of issues and errors, and even generating favorable audit reports. All of this is very, very useful, but this is not where their information system stops the effort. But information systems also assist the company in achieving these critical success factors. For example, to achieve purchase order accuracy, the company system Ariba matches purchase orders to invoices up to 10% of the overall amount. I think this goes back to helping the company have an efficient use of all of their data that they have, and also reducing the workload. To help the company catch issues and errors, the system Ariba generates these usually long and strenuous exemption reports for employees who know how to use these processes correctly. I think that goes back to reducing the workload of all employees, because without this system Ariba, the employees that go through these reports will also have to have done the same work that the system is doing. But not only this, information systems assist in helping the company look towards the future. In the waste and recycling industry that Republic Services resides in, the supply chain is generally very standard, but Republic Services has an idea that the implementation of a power battery pack and replacement of retrofitting diesel for their garbage truck fleet would be a great implementation. This not only helps the company be more fitting to their mission by bettering the environment, but also will cut costs, which would make the company even more profitable, but also attracting more of their target market because the company itself will become more desirable. I think that is very important to note that all of these things help the company be better, more profitable, and also very competitive within their industry.
Recommendations and lessons learned. The team decided to make short-term and long-term recommendations. The major assumption that we're making is that the long-term recommendation would require a significant amount of investment of people and capital, and that incremental improvements can be made to the current Ariba system that would impact the business to the positive immediately. As far as short-term recommendations are concerned, we believe Ariba is good, but it could be better. Currently, Republic Services struggles to meet their supplier commitments quite often due to some of the long approval loops that are required to pay against an invoice from a supplier. And so our obvious recommendation would be to implement automated workflows inside Ariba to reduce the turnaround time. It's very audit friendly as well. The second piece has to do with a little more customization on the purchase order front. Currently, Republic Services spends a significant amount of time reconciling accounting accruals for all the purchase orders that they have in the system today. And that's mainly due to the system's lack of recognition between a purchase order for a part versus a service. And so we feel like a little more customization on the front end would be able to reduce some of the rework when they reconcile every month. As far as long-term recommendations are concerned, the obvious one is implementation of one management information system solution that would handle the entire value stream of activities, from customer orders being inputted to purchase orders for suppliers being automatically generated out of the system based on the demand of the customer purchase orders, to once the parts and services are received and accepted, automatically bill out of the system, and then receive actual cash payments against each one of those bills in the system. And then at the very end of the process, collect customer satisfaction data points that would go back into customer records. And we feel like the whole value chain of activities, of primary activities in the system, would obviously address any dual entry issues that they have today. Today they have dual entry issues with Ariba and Lawson, which are single points of failure as far as we're concerned. And then just the automated process from start to stop would dramatically improve the latency built into the value stream as it exists today. The obvious lesson learned is that business process should conform with the management information system, not the other way around. And unfortunately, that's the case today with Republic Services, so it can be improved. So in general, we had a great time working together on this project, and we look forward to your feedback. Thank you very much.